Imagine a world where the grocery stores are empty. What would you trade for a can of beans? In such a world, non-perishable foods rise to the top of the barter item list. With their long shelf life and high nutritional value, canned goods and dried foods become more precious than gold. Consider this: a can of beans could last for several years on your shelf, and yet, when opened, provides a nutritious meal full of protein and fiber. Dried foods, too, offer value. Think about rice, lentils, or dehydrated fruits. These items can sustain you for a long time and require little more than water to prepare. And let's not forget about the psychological comfort that comes with having a stocked pantry. Knowing that you have a reserve of food can bring peace of mind in uncertain times. So, in a survival scenario, food doesn't just sustain life, it becomes a valuable currency. Can you survive without water? The answer is a resounding no. Water is the elixir of life. It's absolutely essential for survival. Without it, humans can only survive for about 3 days. In a survival scenario, it's the first thing you'll need and the last thing you'll want to run out of. Bottled water can be a lifesaver, literally. It's clean, portable, and has a long shelf life. It's an ideal barter item because everyone needs it, and in a crisis, clean drinking water might become scarce. But what if you run out of bottled water? That's where water purification tablets come in. These tiny tablets are easy to store, light to carry, and have the power to turn questionable water into safe, drinkable water. They're a must-have in any prepper's survival kit, and they're valuable for bartering too. In the end, remember, water is life. It is an item that everyone will need and want in a crisis. In a crisis, who will be there to stitch up a wound or set a broken bone? The value of first aid kits cannot be underestimated. They are a lifeline in emergency situations and can make the difference between life and death. But it's not just about having a few band-aids and antiseptic wipes. A basic first aid kit is a good start, but a comprehensive kit that includes items such as sutures, splints, a tourniquet, and a variety of medications can be a lifesaver. And the importance of first aid kits goes beyond personal use. In a barter economy, a well-stocked first aid kit can be a highly valuable item. People will always need medical supplies, making your first aid kit a potential gold mine in trade negotiations. Having a first aid kit will not only keep you healthy, it could also be a valuable barter item. How long can you go without brushing your teeth or washing your face? In a world where running water might not be a given, hygiene products become a high-value commodity. Imagine, if you will, a week without a shower or even a simple hand wash. It's not a pretty picture, is it? That's where items like soap, toothpaste, and feminine hygiene products come into play. These are essentials, not luxuries. In a survival situation, they not only provide comfort, but also prevent the spread of diseases. They're often overlooked in favor of food and water, but their importance cannot be overstated. These items are lightweight, easy to store, and hold a high barter value. Soap, for instance, can be used for personal cleanliness, dishwashing, or even laundry. Toothpaste maintains oral health, while feminine hygiene products are a necessity for a significant portion of the population. In a crisis, maintaining personal hygiene can be a challenge. Having hygiene products to trade can make you a very popular person. When the power goes out, how will you cut wood or open cans? This is where the value of multi-tools and knives come into play. They are indispensable in a survival situation. Consider this: you need to split wood for a fire, open a can of food, or cut rope. Without the right tools, these tasks become significantly more challenging. Multi-tools and knives provide a one-stop solution, offering a range of functions in one compact package. In the aftermath of a crisis, items that offer versatility and utility increase in value. A reliable knife or multi-tool fits this description perfectly. They can be used for everything from hunting and food preparation to construction and self-defense. These tools are more than just useful, they're essential. Their practicality makes them a valuable barter item in a post-collapse economy. And remember, quality matters. A robust, well-made tool will always be more desirable than a cheap, poorly made one. A good knife or multi-tool is worth its weight in gold in a survival situation. Can you imagine a winter without heat? Just think about it. The bone-chilling cold creeping into your bones, the frosty air nipping at your nose. It's a grim picture, isn't it? But this is exactly why items that provide warmth, like blankets and fire starters, are so critical in a survival situation. When the grid is down and the nights are long and freezing, a warm blanket, a sleeping bag, or a fire starter can be a lifesaver, literally. These items are not just about comfort, they're about survival. Hypothermia is not a joke, and it can set in faster than you might think. That's why these warmth-providing items should be a significant part of your prepper bartering stockpile. They're a universal need, making them highly tradable and valuable. So when you're planning your survival items, think warmth. It's not just about surviving, it's about thriving. Staying warm is crucial in a survival situation. Items that provide warmth will always have value. When the gas stations run dry, how will you keep your generator running? This question introduces a critical survival item: fuel. In a post-collapse world, fuel becomes a lifeline. It powers generators, heats homes, and cooks food. Propane, gasoline, and firewood are not just survival essentials, they are powerful barter items. Imagine the value of a canister of propane when the winter chill sets in, or the worth of a gallon of gasoline when a generator is the only source of electricity. In situations like these, fuel can be priceless. Firewood too holds immense value. It's a renewable source of heat and energy, and it's accessible, making it a practical and valuable barter item. But remember, storing these items safely is crucial. Always keep them in a cool, dry, and well-ventilated area, away from living spaces. In a survival situation, fuel is power. Those who have it will be in a position to trade for much-needed supplies. When law and order break down, how will you protect your loved ones? Our focus now shifts to the importance of ammunition in a post-collapse scenario. It's not just about protection, but also about hunting for sustenance. Ammo can be a game changer, both as a means of defense and a bartering item. Different types of ammunition carry different values based on their commonality and utility. For instance, small caliber rounds like the .22 long rifle are excellent for hunting small game and are relatively common, making them a valuable asset. On the other hand, larger caliber rounds like the .308 Winchester are more suitable for hunting larger game and defensive purposes. However, their relative scarcity can make them more sought after, increasing their barter value. Having a variety of ammunition types in your stockpile can give you an edge in bartering scenarios. Remember, in a crisis, ammunition could be a valuable commodity for both defense and hunting. When the internet goes down, where will you turn for information? This question is more than a rhetorical musing. It's a survivalist's reality check. In a world where we're accustomed to having all the information we need at our fingertips, the notion of being cut off from the digital world is daunting. And that's where books come into play. Books, particularly those rich in practical knowledge and skills, will hold immense value in a post-collapse scenario. They're a repository of wisdom and guidance that doesn't require a Wi-Fi signal or a power source. Survival guides, medical manuals, agricultural handbooks, and other informative texts can become lifesavers in a crisis. They can provide the know-how to navigate various survival scenarios, from treating injuries to growing your own food, and here's where the barter value comes into play. These books, filled with vital knowledge, can become valuable commodities in a barter economy. They can be traded for food, water, medical supplies, or other essentials. Remember, in a world stripped of modern conveniences, knowledge is the ultimate power. But it's not just about survival manuals or medical textbooks. Think about children's books or classic novels. Entertainment and the ability to escape, even for a few hours, into a good book is a luxury that will hold value when other forms of entertainment are scarce. So, when you're stockpiling for a potential crisis, don't overlook the value of a well-stocked library. From practical guides to captivating tales, these books could be your ticket to securing the supplies you need. They're the tools for survival, sources of comfort, and the keys to retaining our humanity when the world around us seems to be falling apart. In the realm of survival prepping, it's easy to focus on the tangible, physical items. But let's not forget about the intangible assets like knowledge. After all, knowledge isn't just power, it's a lifeline. And in a survival situation, it could also be a valuable barter item. So, what have we learned? We've discovered the value of non-perishable foods, an essential barter item that can be a lifesaver during a crisis. We've also underscored the necessity of water, not just for consumption, but as a valuable commodity in a post-collapse economy. First aid kits have proved their worth as a crucial part of any prepper's arsenal, alongside hygiene products that help maintain health and morale when regular services are unavailable. We've examined the utility of multi-tools and knives, versatile items that can help you navigate a myriad of survival situations. We've discussed the need for warmth and the power of fuel, both of which become vital when traditional energy sources fail. We've highlighted the importance of ammo for both defense and trading, and finally, we've stressed the value of knowledge, a priceless resource when the grid goes down. In a crisis, the items you have could mean the difference between surviving and thriving. Be prepared and stay safe out there.